Ladies, Gentlemen, Mesdames et Messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, Señores y Señoras, Mesdames et Herren. Oh, no. I just hurt my arm. Anyway, Special Andre's arm is not feeling good, but my heart and my head are feeling very good because we just saw two pretty entertaining games. We see ActionJesuz, he is playing with a very fast spawning pool. Once again spawning, he has the pink Zerg in the top left position. We have cHoBo, he has the blue Protoss in the bottom right position. cHoBo just spotted this pool and he is reacting accordingly, saying Zunk. And let's wait for those banelings. Now I will be prepared with the music, so enjoy the march of the banelings in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Meanwhile, he had also, of course, other Zerglings there, but I didn't want to change the camera. So, more Zerglings here in the base of cHoBo, doing more stuff and killing more probes. He's got one Zealot out, he's got more probes in the base, and those Zerglings are pretty effective here, doing so much damage to the mineral line, but now there is one Zealot and another Zealot out, but because this Zealot is not here at the front blocking this entrance, those Zerglings can do so much more damage. But now he's on 3 Zealots. Just send one Zealot here to block those other Zerglings. He's doing a good job with it, and so he can continue with the mining because he just needs to have this one Zealot and the second Zealot in the mineral line to protect it. So now it is time for us to check the harvester count. It is 9 drones against 8 probes, so we just need to be very careful. This Zealot is doing a good job at keeping those future Zerglings at bay, getting rid of those, but meanwhile more Zerglings trying to take out this pylon. This pylon most likely will go down. Yes, there it go down, and because of the fact that those Zerglings are running so fast, he is able to just do more damage by outrunning those units. He was cHoBo not paying attention for 1 second. Boom, one more probes goes down. cHoBo changing up here with the Zealot. ActionJesuz was seeing, okay, one of those Zealots actually was injured, so take out the injured Zealot. Meanwhile, what is cHoBo doing? Just adding more Zealots in the mix, not going for a cybernetics core just yet. He's down to 5 probes. Meanwhile, ActionJesuz is at 12 probes, at 12 drones. And I mean, every time someone plays against ActionJesuz, he can't go for cheese 3 times in a row, but ActionJesuz is doing it anyway. He is entertaining the crowd, and I mean, he is successful with it. And nobody just says, okay, I'm just going forge first on one base, just put one single cannon in my base right away, and then I take up like a crazy person. This is not happening because no one really thinks, okay, he can't do for a cheese game 100% of the time. Actually, now I'm trying to remember when I last saw an ActionJesuz game where he was not going for any kind of cheese, and personally I have no idea when this last happened. So cHoBo is just having more probes, but this is not enough because ActionJesuz is able to keep the probe count of cHoBo down. Meanwhile, he is expanding himself, but cHoBo thinks, okay, if I cannot hunt down those Zerglings without having what is it called? Without having let's just wait for it. Without having fast enough units or units with a ranged attacks, because those Zerglings outrun my Zealots, it is time for me to go for a counter-attack. Then he went for the natural expansion, then forced a cancel on it, but then he decided to move back with the Zealots. He decided not to attack, but maybe this was the right decision, because a Kreen, in addition to the drones, might be doing a little bit too much of damage. Now all those Zerglings are down, and finally, after 8 minutes of constant pressure, cHoBo was able to hold this attack off, and now he is going for the counter attack here. And let's take a look how much damage he will be able to do. So 5 zealots are quite a lot. What about a roach rowan of any kind? Yes, a roach rowan is in production by ActionJesuz. Here is the scoreboard, by the way, and now those zealots are moving out through the center location. Now on the left, they will be able to, of course, once again force a cancel on this hatchery. What about the probe count? 10 probes, 25 drones. But by keeping ActionJesuz on one base, he should be in a good enough position. Go for the hatchery wide array, because now the roach rowan finished for ActionJesuz, and he will be able to go for some roaches, apply some pressure, and he just got even a spine crawler up just in case. Now we have 6 roaches in production. There is the cancel on the hatchery, and as soon as those 6 roaches are out, all those zealots might be dead. But cHoBo is realizing, okay, this smells not right, there's something in the air tonight, and it is time for me to move back. And this is a smart decision. ActionJesuz directly moving down here to the natural, wants to go for the hatchery at the natural expansion once again. Meanwhile, what is cHoBo doing? He's still recovering from this attack. He just barely finished with his cybernetics core, not even going for the warp gate, just started with a one single stalker, and he should not go for a stalker, he should go for a sentry instead, because as soon as those roaches reach the ramp, cHoBo is in a lot of trouble here. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zealots in the base. There are the Zerglings, 1 zealot completing the wall off once again, and there is ActionJesuz sending in one single Zergling, but one single Zergling can easily get repelled. What are those roaches doing? Is he confident enough to move up the ramp? Now the second stalker is up for cHoBo. He's got a 3rd stalker en route, a 4th stalker as well, and still not going here for the warp gate research upgrade. So I think ActionJesuz could have killed him right away, but he's just not confident enough to move even up the ramp to try to see what's going on. And cHoBo now will get rid of his own gateway, because yes, if you place those gateways in this positioning, only the small units like zealots, like Zerglings, like workers can fit through. But because of the fact that this stalker is actually a bigger unit, it takes more space, it cannot fit through buildings which are standing diagonally next to each other. So 1, 2, 3, 4 stalkers out, and cHoBo now needs to micro like a crazy person, and then he will be able to do some damage to these roaches. Of course, the stalkers are moving faster than the roaches, so they will be able to do quite some damage here. Now the roaches are up the natural, but ActionJesuz, what is he doing? Is he pulling away? Is he running away? Or is he just trying to buy himself enough time until those spine quarters is open and he engages into battle? And one spine quarter is finished, the Queen's helping out there quite a lot. Now he's pulling back, even decided to drone once again, started to mine more minerals with his drone once again, and all cHoBo is having right now are 4 stalkers. That's about it. Meanwhile, ActionJesuz is so confident he decided to, okay, you're attacking my base, I don't really care, let's go for 10 more drones here. And that's why he's having 44 drones compared to the 17 SCVs. Now ActionJesuz is rearranging his spine quarters. Of course, he needs to protect those while they burrowing. cHoBo isn't able to believe what just happened in this last 3 games, and maybe he is now realizing that this game is basically over, and actually it is, because he's just having 1 gate and that's it against a 2 base 50 drone Zerg player who's now finished with the lair, going for the Hydralisks, and those Hydralisks will be able to deal pretty easily with this Stargate here. So in the beginning of this series, cHoBo was all like, friendly, I'm doing a little bit of 6-full action, this is actually interesting, okay. cHoBo won the first game, so yeah, thinking, okay, now I am mucho cheese provy, and then game number 2 happened on Metalopolis, then game number 3 happened, and with this nice move on Metalopolis, because if you send your workers directly to a mineral line, they become some sort of wall hack, because they can just clump up to an infinite ball they just can move through units, and because he was sending his drones, clicking on the mineral patches behind the zealots, those drones were able to move through those zealots, then surround the zealots, so the Zerglings would be able to attack at the front. Meanwhile, the drones surrounded those zealots in the back. He was able to take game number 2, and now with his constant Zergling and drone aggression once again, he was also able to take game number 3. Will be able to take game number 3, even though cHoBo has a stalker out. Not a stalker, I mean, he's got some stalkers out as well. But even though he's got a Void Ray out, he would just cHoBo is just delaying in the inevitable, because yes, there we see 10 more Hydras by ActionJesuz in the mix as well. The supply is telling us what is going on. There we see cHoBo realizing there are the Hydras on the route, on the field. 34 HP left for this Void Ray. It will simply be not enough, because yes, the Queen is waiting here. Queen number 2 is waiting there as well. He's just playing it safe. He's got even an evolution chamber, so he can get up some spore crawlers, he can go for more upgrades. And now let's take a look at those roaches. And ActionJesuz is even going for the Vengeful Sex, the drop upgrade, now realizing, okay, cHoBo is not having yet a Nexus at his natural expansion. He just destroyed his gateway, but ActionJesuz does not know about it. He thinks, oh, okay, this gateway is still there, but actually it is not. So I'm not really sure why he's not moving up the ramp. Maybe he wants to humiliate cHoBo a little bit more, but cHoBo, I think this is what I admire about cHoBo. He is not yet giving up. He's staying in the game. Personally, I would have left the game like stone ages ago, but no, he is still staying in the game. He's not just giving up. Finished with 3 more gates now. Finally the warp gate upgrade finished for him, so he's got 4 warp gates, able to warp in more stuff. This Void Ray was trying to do some more damage, got denied here by the screen and this Hydralist. Meanwhile, ActionJesuz showing us how to macro like a Zerg player, going for the expansion here at the 8 o'clock. One single probe is moving out to go for a forward pylon. It was not being intercepted, but now it will be intercepted by the Zergling, so he's got a forward pylon here at his natural base, now moving out. And what is ActionJesuz doing? Is he just finally sending in his Hydras lists? He's got the Grooved Spines, the range upgrade for the Hydras already finished, so he's got range 6 instead of range 5, so 50% more range. And he's even expanding once again. Now he wants to show everybody that he is able to just play off more than one base. He's able to produce more than just Zerglings and Drowns. He's going for some upgrades on his roaches, adding more Overlords, adding more Hatcheries, adding more Evolution Chambers. And every time I see ActionJesuz play, I just want to go on the US service, play on my Zerg account, and just do the same things he is doing right now, because it is actually working. So here are the Hydras at the front doing some damage to the Stalkers. Now the Void Rays doing some damage there as well, but the Void Rays will be taken out one by one. Now all the Void Rays dead, now the Stalkers are dead as well. The complete army of cHoBo just has been wiped out. Some more Stalkers and Zealots being involved in, but this most likely will not be enough. And cHoBo saying no comment, doing some sort of sad face, but a mannered guy he is, and cHoBo is really a nice guy, by the way. Absolutely. He was one of the first players I was able to cast when I started with my casting career, and he's even saying good luck to ActionJesuz for the rest of the tournament. And ActionJesuz cheesing 3 times, being 2 times successful, taking this quarterfinals 2-1 over cHoBo, and is advancing to the semifinals. So congratulations to him, and on the other hand, congrats to cHoBo for showing us some nice games as well, and good luck to him next time when he is playing in another tournament, or even just here in the Competo Cup. So,